I'm letting everyone know right now, if you're under the age of 17 years old, turn off this video right now because Lala Kent just walked into the building.
Hi, Daddy.
Welcome.
How are you, honey?
Welcome, welcome.
Cute.
A lot has changed since the last time I saw you. You're engaged now.
I know I have a fiance. How crazy is that?
Look, a lot of bitches on the show didn't think this day would actually come. They thought that you would be, quote unquote, the side chick forever.
Most of the people on the show with me thought that I was going to be a side chick forever and that he would soon leave and find a younger, in James's words, younger, hotter version of me. And when it's love, it's just love. You can't fight that feeling, right?
You can't. No, you
No.
can't.
But I always knew that this was my person because you can't with love, dude. It's like we're not in this for any other reason.
Yeah.
Because, honey, if I'm going for money, I'm going for the gusto.
Right?
I want to be in front of those aliens.
But honey,
You
he
know?
had the jet, he had the car. So from outside perspective,
Yeah.
if I didn't know you,
Right.
and I was working with you,
Yeah.
you would say the same
Totally.
thing. But then once you get to know you and Randall as a couple, you get it.
And I think my cast has seen us together and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just like a match. It just works.
Yeah.
And the fact that he treats my mom so well and my brother and he treated my dad so amazingly, it was like that was
The win.
the icing on the cake for me.
Do you feel like you're found with Randall?
I feel like he's the only person in the entire world that knows how to deal with my heart and soul because I am not an easy person to deal with.
What?
I'm very like up and down and what I say goes. Like Lala is never incorrect. You have to just like make me believe that everything I'm saying is right and then give me a minute to cool down and then I'll come back and be like the Lala that you like and know.
Yeah.
But it's a roller coaster. I don't let it get boring.
In the trailer for this season, it looked like you were ready to take a break with him. You cried. You said, I need to take a break. This is too much. What was going through your mind at that point? And did you think that Randall was not going to be the one?
I think the passing of my dad just like sent me into like hypersensitive, totally overboard emotional thoughts where I didn't quite know like my place and I still am trying to figure it out. I'm still going through my grieving process and there are days where I feel like I totally have it together and my mind is working in my favor. And there are days where I'm like, I'm losing it. Like I can't even put 2 + 2 together.
Yeah.
So I think in that moment, I knew in my heart that it was not over. I was just feeling like so lost, you know?
How did you lose your dad?
I don't know what took him. All I know is that he passed away in peace. There was no massive heart attack. The month before he died, he had a stroke while driving and was in a terrible car accident. So for me, his health had been slipping, and I just think his heart gave out.
I lost my dad at 18.
Oh my God, my heart
So,
breaks
and
for
it
you.
was unexpected as yours
Yeah.
was. What's it going to be like for you walking down that aisle and not having him there?
Yeah.
Like, have you thought about that?
I think about that often, and right now with the holidays and this season coming up, which I lost my dad 3 weeks before we started filming, and I just like adored him so much. And I've gone through my struggles of wondering who's gonna walk me down the aisle, who's, you know, gonna sit there and be a grandfather to my babies. And it just is heartbreaking to me, you know?
Yeah.
I'm in this zone of trying to let people know that your grieving process is something to just hold very close to you. And if there's anything I've learned, it's not that there's not a right or wrong way to grieve, but there is a healthy way.
Yeah.
And it's just a day-by-day thing. I'm still in the process. I don't have it figured out. And this season is very much a blur to me, you know, because I was just so emotional about the fact that I lost half of who I am.
Yeah.
There's not a minute that goes by that I don't think about my dad. We were extremely close.
Oh my God. Can you
Yeah.
put some tissue in here? I'm about to start to cry.
Yeah.
It seems like things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, you lose half of you and then you gain another half with Randall.
Right. Who my dad just adored so much.
I'm so excited for this wedding. I cannot wait.
Oh, because you know Rand and I are both very extra.
Are you inviting James to the wedding?
No.
Oh!
No.
I feel like you and James's fight was so real and so raw. What was it about James and saying that to you that hit home so hard last season?
You know, I call him Big Fat Man, you know, Big Fat Rolls Royce, roll it up, you know.
Not only did he drag my relationship through the mud, but then he attacked my fiance's physical appearance. And for me, that's just, we've been there, homie. We've done that.
I feel like James is secretly in love with you.
A lot of people say that, and I don't know.
Don't be naive. You know that James is in love with you.
I think James has been in love with me, and I think he was also in love with Logan, who was like last season. I don't think he's there with his current girlfriend.
Doesn't that sound like he's in love with her? Bravo PR back there. Does that not sound like he's in love with her? She can't comment.
I mean, here's the thing: when you have to drag someone for their physical appearance,
You have nothing else.
you're so lazy, and you're like not an intellectual person.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you get this ring.
Yes.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Who's the first hater at Sir that you wanted to go back to work and flash that ring in front of?
I mean,
Because I have my own guesses.
I'm going to say everybody. Because when I first entered into Sir, it was like, I know I connect with the people that I didn't connect with a while back, like in the first few seasons. But it always feels good when like you have a ring on it and showing people that we're calling you like the home wrecking whore, that it was never going to work out and that I was just spreading my legs all over town. And like, you know,
Yeah.
you go in there and you're like, I'm going to be made a housewife, honey.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, honey boo boo.
Here I
Like,
am.
Here I am.
So I got to get to something a little bit more personal because I heard
Okay.
a rumor.
Okay, what's the rumor?
I heard that you had a secret liaison with another member of the Vanderpump crew, and
Oh,
it
God.
wasn't a dude.
You want me to spill the tea when I can't spill the tea because you have to watch Vanderpump Rules season 7, baby.
So it comes out in the season that you have had a girl-on-girl experience with someone on the show.
Yes. I won't say who. Here's the thing is like I'm very much into the pee-pee that
Yeah.
boys have. But
like the dick.
I like the dick. But I've had 2 relations with chicks and I'm usually pretty gone with the drink.
Uh-huh.
And it's not my most favorite thing,
But you'll do it.
but I've done it. I don't think I'd ever do it again, you know? I like Randall and that part of my life. But yeah, Lala had fun back in the day. Before she was locked down, it was like, let's live it up.
Look, I don't think you can, change your tiger stripes. What if Randall says in 10 years, babe, I want to spice it up. Let's bring another girl in here. Would you be down?
Here's the thing. I'm the type of person where like I can't say what I'm going to do tomorrow. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I could very much in 10 years wake up and be like, let's spice things up. I could wake up in 10 years and be like, I want to be just the 2 of us and let's just be like grandma and grandpa's just chilling the 2 of us.
So the
You
door is
know?
open.
I don't shut anything out.
I like that.
You know, with the loss of my dad, I realized that nothing, like tomorrow is going to be different in a good way or a bad way. So just like let the door be open and life come as it may.
Bitch, can we talk about those makeup kits?
Oh my God. We can always talk about Give Them Lala Beauty.
When I went online, I read a bunch of people saying you were trying to copy Kylie Jenner. Was that your inspiration behind it? And are you upset about those comments?
I so wish I could be Kylie Jenner. Like, yeah, of course if you're a Kardashian or a Jenner, I'm obsessing over you 24/7 because you're hot and you're fascinating and you're a badass woman. Period.
But your makeup line is fresh.
My makeup line is fresh as it comes, and I'm different from Kylie in the sense that Lala ain't gonna sell no lips for $40 plus. My price point is very different. It's basically a department store lip for like drugstore cost.
Yeah.
Mine's just the lip.
Because that's all you need is just the lip.
You just need the lip.
Look,
you
I
just
got a
need
lot
the
of,
tip
I got
of
a
the
lot
lip.
of with using just the lip, okay? I got a lot of men's. Why did you join Vanderpump in the first place? Because I'm going to be honest. I watched the first 2 seasons. That was dramatic.
Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
wouldn't walk into the lion's den after knowing what this was.
So I had never seen Vanderpump Rules before. It was like not something that I had any interest in. It was like, who's going to watch a bunch of servers? And then season 4 comes around and Lisa sees me in the restaurant and she's like, I would like to offer you a job here. With that hostess job came a position on the show. And when I started, I called my mom every day and was like, I'm running back to Utah. Why did I ever do this? And she would have to remind me, like, you're a tough bitch.
Yeah.
You know, you got through high school, girl. You can get through this. It's like, seriously, not even as hard. I just wanted to know the quickest way to get to where I wanted to be. And whether we like it or not in this day and age, social media has taken over.
Yeah.
Reality TV is the new soap opera. That was my springboard to say, let's have a job at SUR while I can also promote whatever the I want.
Yeah.
Whether it's my acting, my lips. I just wanted people to know who Lala was. And I feel like I'm scratching the surface finally.
For sure. But looking back and you joined in season 4 and you were, upset about joining and you couldn't believe you do it. At what point did you accept your role on the show and get comfortable with it? Or is that still happening?
I think every season is an adjustment because I'm only 28. I'm in my 20s. I'm still going to be evolving into a different person. I mean, if you would have told me season 4 that comes season 7, I would have an Insta family and a fiance with 2 kids, I would have laughed in your face. But season 4, I really had to just understand, like, I have to be comfortable with who I am because no one else has my back.
Yeah.
So if you're not comfortable in your skin, like, you're going to get eaten alive. And I like taking my top off. And I like doing certain things. So it's like if we're filming a reality show, like I'm going to be real. And everyone thinks I'm lit back home. So I just assumed everyone on the show would think I'm lit.
What's the biggest misconception about people on reality TV? Because I feel like people think it's easy.
It is not easy. It is so hard. I think people look at our lives like, oh, that's simple. Like all you have to do is live your life. And it's like, exactly. When I'm having the worst day ever and I don't want to see anybody,
Yeah.
I have to see everybody on top of having a camera in my face, on top of reliving that moment. That shit is hard, and we deserve a lot of credit.
It is no joke. Let me give you a scenario.
Okay.
Season 12 comes around. You're finally in the thick of it. You're doing what you want to do. The show's going well. But Randall tells you this is not for him. And he wants you to walk away. Would you pick love over fame?
See, for me, it's not really about the fame. It's the fact that I'm working hard, and I like that. I like knowing that I'm making my own paycheck at the end of the day. And I just don't think I could walk away from something that kind of keeps me ticking.
So you're not a gold digger?
No, I mean, but I think
it's funny,
right?
No, but it's funny that you bring that up and you say it's about me making my own money, which is like literally the opposite of what everyone thinks of you.
Right. My mom always taught me that you can't rely on anybody else for your money because nothing's guaranteed. Like tomorrow, Randall could find a newer, hotter Lala, and if I'm leaving my career behind for him, like,
what do you have?
What do I have?
Do you have
that terrifies me.
Do you have that secret nest egg? Because Kristen Cavallari just talked about having that nest egg that no one knows about, that her man doesn't see. Do you have that nest egg as well?
Of course. I live on a very small amount of money, and everything else goes to if there was a rainy day, I could be able to help myself and my mom and my brother if they needed it. Now that, they don't have my dad, I have to.
Why are you and Sheena beefing?
Are we beefing?
You and Sheena are beefing.
Wait, tell me why you think we're beefing. I don't think we're
beefing.
beefing.
I read a report that you stopped working with a producer because he was working with Sheena, specifically.
That I did say. I wouldn't say that she and I are beefing because she did ask me if it was okay. And I told her it was because at that point I knew whether I say yes or no, I'm never going to work with him again for the mere fact that he reached out to work with her.
Because it was thirsty.
It's thirsty. And it had nothing to do with him working with Sheena, but it's like at this point, you're like the communal producer for Vanderpump Rules. And for me, that's not a good look. And I love Sheena, but I feel like vocally we're not on. I'm not saying I'm Whitney Houston by any means, but I'm certainly not
her.
Yes. I don't take art lightly. It's something that, whether I'm good or bad at it, it's something I take seriously and it's therapeutic for me. And I felt like that was just like a
Final question. Who's the one bitch you would cut from the show?
That I would cut from the show?
Yeah. Who's like, doesn't matter. You would cut him from the show. They don't even need to be on Vanderpump Rules anymore.
I'm going to be honest with you, Justin. I think every single person adds to our show.
I'll take that.
I don't think we could do it without any of the cast members. Everyone adds like a certain something. Even though I don't love James, it's like he brings something to the table. I think everybody does.
I love that. And by the way, I think so too.
I want to cut all of them, but not from the show. Keep them on the show.